Hello and welcome back once again to some prepared. And today we are very prepared. That was awful. I'm so sorry. Anyways, today we're flying the Comanche. Look at how pretty it is. Oh yes. We put the composite prop on there because we're super cool. And we have the air track tires on there because we're also super cool. And we have tip tanks on for maximum ranginess, but they're completely empty. So, yeah, that's a thing. I like accessorizing my A2A planes and putting as much stuff on them as I can. Because I'm cool like that. Once again, as always, we've already gone and done all of our walk-arounds and everything. So we're going to get in the plane, get our flight plan sorted, and get going. So let's go ahead and hop back in here. Ooh, there we go. Alright, let's door shut, lock it up. Make sure we are, we're going to have to play with views. Isn't that everybody's favorite part? Oops, that's the wrong one. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. Oops, make sure we got our baggage in there. Okay. So yeah, like I said, our tip tanks are empty, but we're topped up on oil, and we should be good to go. Do I have any external views? I don't have any external views, so we're gonna have to set all that stuff up. Maybe we'll do one like right here. That'd be cool, right? All right. Anyways, so let's go ahead and we're just gonna fire straight up. That's cool, right? Alright, and once again, I will demonstrate my favorite thing is to do our flight controls check before we start anything. If we can do our flight controls. There we go. I love that so much. Yep, everything should be good there. So, battery. We already have fuel pump selected. Let's go ahead and turn off the dome light. We don't need it on right now. Okay. Prop full forward. Carpeet's gonna be off. We will prime in just a moment. There we go. Beacon lights on, of course. Beacon lights on, of course. I don't know why I just totally grabbed the wrong light there. You can see our parking brakes in good. So we'll go full mixture. Open up. Let's actually get the fuel pump on. So here's our fuel pressure. There, we see it come up a little bit. Good there. Okay, let's do 2. So full mixture, a little bit of throttle, and work. Nice. Okay, keep it around 1,000 while she heats up. Go ahead and lean this out now. That's where we dip, so we'll just put it at 75. And we're gonna sit here and wait for our oil to heat up before we can do our run-ups and get ready to go. Now we can go ahead, we're gonna leave that off for now. Throw our avionics on. Probably get some good ol' defroster going here. Oink. All the way out. So that's how we roll. We are going to be using our ADF today. We are going to be using our nav radios. Frequency, distance. let's go over our bliplin.
TOS system test okay.
Ow. Okay, so here we're doing leg 12 today. I did come in and updated some of the links to the videos, and there we go. Put some of the Project Fly links in here. Some of them either either crashed or forgot to complete or something happened, so I don't have all of them in here. They'll probably refly them at some point. Anyways, so this is what we're doing today, PA to PACV, and we're just flying along a Victor route, which is why it's kind of going to be a little bit not super exciting. But here we are. We're going to be using this board me. So let's go ahead and tune that up right now. It's going to be 113.3. Okay. Going to be 113.3 on there. Swap that over. Ooh, actually I want to do that up here. 113.3 transfer. Wow, that's really slow moving. I don't know why. I don't know why. Alright, let's get back in here. Alright, so we're going to be taking off from here. We are going to fly along the 269 radial, along Victor 319, and we're basically just going to follow that until we get to this intersection, the IX-EX intersection here, at which point we'll make a turn, and basically what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be looking for this to be along a 25-degree bearing to this NDB, which will be 205-degree radial. So once we get there, or just put it in the GPS for that intersection, we'll make our right turn in. I mean, we can fly visually just along the coast too, but yeah, it's just a straight shot basically. It's just a really long straight shot, and that is, as far as I can see, the first public airport strip after Paya. Because we've got a couple. We've got Icy Bay here. That's a private. Got Yakataga here, which is a private. I don't know what that is. And then we have Smith. Mudhole Smith. So it is 200 miles, which seems kind of crazy, but that's what it is. There we go. So yeah. Anyways, so this Victor route is just VOR to VOR. So the route is going to be from the Yakutut VOR to the Johnstone Point VOR, but we're not going to fly all the way to the Johnstone Point VOR because we want to come over here to the Mudhole. And then from there, I don't know, maybe we'll fly somewhere else. we're going to get to Anchorage eventually. Maybe we'll get to that today. We'll see. But so let's go ahead and get this guy tuned into our second radio. And I don't know what the distance is from there to there. Not too far, I don't think, but that's 116.7. Oops, nope. No, this one. There we go. Alright, we're gonna get a distance on that one. And we don't have line of sight to it yet, so can't quite see it. Just fine. Our flight plan is going to be Paya to Yak. Yep. Then we're going to fly, we're going to load the airway, Victor 319 to none of those, to Ajax, which is what we wanted to do. Okay. You can see it's basically 200 miles, almost. 189.3. And then from there is where we're going to fly over to that other NDB, which is GCR. Here we go. Glacier River. That waypoint. Glacier River. Perfect. And then from there, we are going to Smith Mudhole Land, which is PACV. PAC. Yep. Excellent. Cordova Smith. Alright. Go back. We'll hit our map up now. And here we are. So first things first, well, we want to... So there's actually, I think what I want to do is... Oops, wrong way. Actually tune this guy up first. 209. CYT. And then when we get alongside it, we'll go ahead and switch over to this NDB. Because that's actually just about the halfway point. So we'll know when we get to the halfway point. So let's come over here. What did I say? What was that, 269? Oh, 209. We want to go... Yep, ADF. Nope. 209. Swap it. And then the other one will be on 404. I'll go 4 0. Oh, why did that change? There we go, 404. Alright, then we can swap over when we get to thingy. Okay, I want to get this dome light on, because I'm having a hard time seeing over here. DF mode selector. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Oh, okay. Right click to push. Okay. How we doing on oil temp? Cool, coming up. Finally. So 209 first, then 404. Alright. Let's go ahead and pull up that info once again. Pull up that info once again. That's the thing that just happened. Yeah, you probably are like at 4 degrees up, aren't you? Alright. So take a look at GeoInfo. Gonna need ASOS on 3575. Which is already tuned up.
Alpha, Yankee, Alpha, automated weather observation, 2036 Zulu. Wind 021 at 5. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky condition clear. Temperature 8 Celsius. Dew point -1 weather observation 2036 Zulu. Wind 021 at 5. Visibility greater than 20 miles.
Okay.
Sky condition clear. Temperature 8 Celsius. Dew point -11 Celsius. Altimeter 297.1. Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha automated weather observation 2036 Zulu. Wind 021 at 5. Visibility greater than.
Okay, there we go. So we'll go head on down to runway 2 and use it for taking off. How's our oil temp doing? Still coming up? That's fine, I've got a little bit of a taxi, so... Does look good. Love this plane. Although it appears we are slowly inching forward. I didn't notice that until, because I've been staring at the instruments. Alright. Let's head on over to the runway. I'm gonna take the headset off so we can listen to the engine in its full glory. Our should be tuned into the Juno traffic. Yep, okay. Go ahead and pre-select runway 2. And,
Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha traffic. Cessna Charlie Foxtrot Alpha November Tango is 6 miles northwest inbound. ILS runway 11.
okay, so he's going on that runway. That's fine. Won't bother us none. Alright, so in that case, we will go ahead and announce... What are we? I keep forgetting what our... Where's my... Oh, there it is. We will announce, you know, Piper November 779 India Papa, taxiing runway 2 for takeoff. To the west. Southwest, I guess? Now, that guy announced himself, but since we are uncontrolled, we will want to go ahead and stop and double check, make sure there's nobody. Anyways, we have to taxi all the way down. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and strobe it up. And now we'll head out there. We're going to do our run up down there, because there's a nice big extended the thingy. I remembered the word. I struggled with the word the other day, and then I remembered what it was, and now I forgot it again. But let's head on down there. Oh, and I've got to do my gyro drift. I'm looking at 205 right now. There we go. There we go.
Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha traffic. Cessna Charlie Foxtrot Alpha November Tango is 4 miles northwest inbound. ILS runway 11.
I wonder why he's doing 1-1. So the winds are definitely not favorable for that. It should basically be taking off into like a full-blown headwind here, which is pretty cool. Look at those landing lights. Oh, come on over here. Okay. Let's hit our parking brake. Stretch our legs one last time. And let's go do our checks. 2,000. Good. Yep, got on both magnetos. Nice. Oops. And I'm gonna check, make sure the carb heat is working. Nope. Looking for that RPM jump, which we got, which is nice. Alright. Okay. That's basically everything. We're ready to go. So I'll go ahead and announce that we're taking off, and we are indeed heading that way, which is, yes, west. Okay. I just want to double check.
Alpha, traffic, Cessna Charlie Foxtrot Alpha November Tango is 2
Mr.
miles
Chance.
northwest inbound. ILS, runway 11.
Alright, now we can say it. Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha traffic. Remember sense of 9 India Papa. Runway 2, taking off, departure to the west. Just hold the center line, and she'll basically take off on her own. There we go. We can go gear up. Know we're clear of that other guy. Our inner marker. Put our headset back on so we're not deafening ourselves. Alright, now we can switch over to center. I'll go ahead and ask him for a flight following.
Hybrid November 77901 Papa, Anchorage Center, clock 6075.
6075.
Hybrid 901 Papa, radar contact 2 miles northwest of Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha, 1100, altimeter 2971.
That's me. Alright, you can go ahead and pull that prop back out. And we'll climb up a ways today. I don't know exactly how high. But got a nice big bay here to cross. It'll take us a little bit. I do need to change this to be... I forget what it was. Let's look back at our flight plan. If I can find it. There we go. 269. I don't know why I didn't set that before we took off, but 270 right there. There. And same with our heading. Zoom in up here a little bit. we go. This needs to be... There we go. And we're turning. Let's trim up a little bit and get back on course. So what we can do, I suppose, is transfer that back. And then we'll be going from our thingy. From our thingy. From our original VOR. And we just gotta maintain that center line. Should be coming back into it without turning too much. Went into it on our HSI, but our Omni bearing is... Oh, no, okay, there it goes. Good centering. Alright, so I can put some power into our autopilot. We can okay. Want to go track high and okay. Yep, so now our autopilot's got control. We'll be following our course setting. It's a lot louder than the 182 was. So we still retain control of our pitch.
Hybrid Hotel Romeo November. Contact Edmonton Center on 134.15.
So we can trim up a little bit.
Hotel Romeo November.
And get up around 7,500 or so. We can go ahead and turn our landing lights off. Alright, that's a decent rate of climb. Let's go ahead and put ourselves in peak find mode. I can't change the... just have to watch and figure out where peak is. It's kind of funny that the Cherokee's got that, but our Comanche doesn't. There, we can watch it go down. It's around 1450, it looked like. We're definitely up at 1500. Yeah, it's right around 1500, so if we set up to be... I just want to see that needle move just south of 1500. Which we'll call good there. I didn't reset my timer once we took off. So that's... since I was playing with it earlier. It's been 19 minutes. According to this, we've got 178 miles to go. Should be an hour and 20 minutes. We'll see. Now we're starting to get up in altitude, so we're basically gonna be full throttle to keep our manifold pressure up. Because this guy's naturally aspirated. No turbocharging on this. So it's really interesting that the autopilot figured out how we needed to fly with the wind to stay on track. It's pretty cool. So you notice we are definitely not pointing quite along the line. That's alright. So there... that's what we're looking at today. Whoa. Is that cloud? Or... oh, what that is. It looks weird. Okay. It's always funny how quiet it is when you come outside. Alright, let's look at our dude here. So we're pretty... our eye point is pretty low below that. Are we wearing our glasses? No. Well, I'll just leave it on. Oops. Auto, I guess. Right. A2A actually sets up their views to be pretty nice. As far as, like, the X... or where in the cockpit they are. But, I like to... hello, Mr. Zion? What's up? Just adjust this a little bit so that I can see more stuff than they want me to see. That is the Flight 1 GTN. And we're like an hour and 14 minutes from our destination, so you can go ahead and ask whatever it is you're wondering now. PLVT. Let's find out. Yep, it has it. Waypoint info, intersection, no, BP, LVT. Oh, really? So this uses Garmin data, like actual Garmin data. Whatever comes with the Garmin trainer that it uses. I don't know what version it is. Actually, I can look. It's system. I have my X-Plane set up to be up to date with Navigraph, so I'm trying to remember how to come in here and see. Why are we running rough? Probably because we're up to 8,500 feet. I know there's a way I can come in here and see what is it. Yeah, there we go. This is 10:16. So, a couple years old at this point. Well, year and a half, I guess. I don't have Navigraph on my... Oh, I'm just dropping everything! So I'm unfamiliar with that term. Is it just another airway? Just a different designator for a certain airway, or? Go back to our map. I should probably level off. I'm gonna sit here for 10 minutes fighting with the trim. Wait, no. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that they had that. Are they exclusively defined GPS waypoints, or are they defined using radio nav aids? Nope, we're still going up. Okay. So... I like looking... I don't really need to see my pressures. It's probably pretty good. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Is that typical for most airports, or is that just something special that LAX does? Alright, let's come over to the side seat. Over to the side seat. There. Are they included on Jeppesen charts in general? Or do Jeppesen charts not have them? So that is probably why it's not in Navigraph, I would guess. Since their market is, tends to be, you know, people simming tube liners. That'd be my guess, at least. I kind of touched on this yesterday, but it's really disappointing that there's not somebody, either Navigraph or somebody like Navigraph, or, you know, like Flight 1 in Reality XP, or yeah, is that what they are? RXP. People who do also have the GTN and the GNS, and Mindstar don't, like, get together and try to work out some deal with Garmin to get Simmer's up-to-date data. It's really disappointing that they don't have that kind of option. Okay, so we're just gonna go straight over. So we're at the same height. Okay. It's the same height, same eye point. And I like this one to kind of be looking with a general overview of the entire instrument panel. And forward. Yeah. That's alright. Oops. Wow, that was awful. Right. That's... Yeah, that is right. Right. Front. Passenger. I mean, because obviously Navigraph did that with Jeppesen, is they got together with Jeppesen and were like, okay, let's make, you know, we have a lot of simmers that fly these things, let's make a product for them for VFR stuff. So what are you flying that where you're using what was it? Were we just talking about the wow brain? Seriously? Navigraph. There we go. What are you flying that you're using Navigraph data in but don't have but that's VFR and you're flying under class Bravos? Yeah, it's a pretty good looking view. I could see it being like a big problem in X-Plane because you can get the X-Plane default GPS to do. It's like a rip-off GNS 530 to do.
Embraer Alpha Mike Papa, you are 300 below your assigned altitude. Turn right heading 260.
That's not me. I'm not worried about that.
Flight level 420.
That was still really distracting.
Turn right heading 260. Resume on navigation. Climb and maintain flight
You know, the default X-Plane
Embraer Alpha Mike
GNS and probably the G1000, you can use that Navigraph data, which is awesome. But I guess, yeah, if you don't have those waypoints like you're talking about, that's kind of a bummer. No, don't do that. There we go. Left rear passenger. Centered-ish. There we go. Ooh, pretty. I'm actually really impressed with X-Plane's default GPS, at least compared to the ESP platforms. Because the underlying GPS in P3D and whatever is just awful. So in X-Plane, can't you set up your own waypoints? You could set up a series, if you know the exact GPS coordinates, you could set up a series of... You could program them in manually, if I recall correctly. I like that better. Pilot Edge is just West Coast, right? And they don't go too far north or south. It's just basically pretty much California, if I recall. Oh, do they? That's nice. That's basically, I don't ever fly online because, you know, every time I look at Project Fly or anything else, there's never any controllers on in places where I'm flying, and so it's like, well, why bother? Like, okay. Let's see. So right now, supposedly there's on VATSIM, there's a controller down in Mexico. Oh, no, not Mexico, South Mexico. There's two. There's one in Jamaican airspace, and there's one in Honduras and Nicaragua. I don't know what that ARTCC is called. And there's, of course, a bunch in Europe. India's, like, perfectly covered right now. It'd be great to be flying in India right now. And look at this. Go away. Look at that. That'd be awesome. But you start flying up this way, and it gets sparser and sparser, and there's so many people flying in Europe right now. Well, it is 8 p.m. there, so that makes sense. Apparently there's a bunch of air traffic control in Switzerland? Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. And then you come over here, and it's like nothing. I don't know if Project Fly correctly shows... Oh, they've got IVAO controllers on, looks like. But then I don't think it works for the Pilot Edge. It says there's 34 planes on Pilot Edge, and then it shows like a few thousand, so I don't think that's very accurate. Oh. Okay. I don't know what Pilot Edge drones are. And it doesn't show controllers. So. Yeah, if they could get to cover the whole of the US, you know, then, and if I flew West Coast a lot, that would be more worth it. But I'm all over the place all the time. Oh, but not necessarily players, so it's not like you have 2 players on the entire network at once. How we doing? 47 more minutes. We're basically level. Burning more fuel than I want to be. Where do we get choppy? That's where we start getting choppy. So let's stick us to like 46. That's pretty cool. I love Ultimate Traffic Live. That's one of the reasons I can't leave. I mean, other than the amount of money I've spent on add-ons and stuff, but I don't want to leave Prepared behind for X-Plane because of stuff like Ultimate Traffic and actually having decent ATC add-ons. Even with World Traffic, X-Plane feels so barren. I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but... Yeah, I've got both installed. Actually, my first few legs of this around the world journey was in X-Plane. I was flying the Just Flight Turbo Arrow. And I mean, like, planes like that where it's... I mean, if you're comparing A2A to anything in X-Plane, A2A still kicks their ass, but... Oh, that was weird. But default X-Plane in general, I think, is way better than Prepared. But, you know, like I can't use my Flight 1 GTN over there because it doesn't work. And I've heard that, and I'm interested in that, and I did buy, oh crap, I can't remember their name, but they do expansion packs for, they have one for the default 172, and then for a bunch of Coronado aircraft. And so I ended up buying the V35 Bonanza, and getting their expansion pack, and it's pretty cool. I wouldn't say it's quite on par with A2A, but it's the next closest thing, but I haven't used the Airfoil Labs 172, but I have heard that before. that it's pretty awesome. It'd be cool if they had something other than a 172. Because I've already got the A2A 172. Okay, I don't think I have anything by them. I have the Kodiak. The Quest Kodiak. And the Just Flight Arrow. Also not me. And then a few Carenado turbo props, because just the basic turbo prop sim in X-Plane just craps all over prepareds. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I love the G1000 in planes that have it, but doesn't seem like there's a lot of those. If you've got the default 172, you can put it in. And then the Kodiak has it. And there's a couple of other things, right? Oh, that's ventilation. We want heat. The Aerobask has their own G1000? Okay. Do you have a particular plane that you would recommend from them? I think I had looked at them, but I hadn't done too much research on them, so I was kind of wary about getting anything from them. How is there a Eclipse 550? I feel like I'm missing... I have a corporate jet-sized hole in my X-Plane heart. Hello, Reese Boy. Oh wait, was that me? I think that was me. What was that? Okay, I'll go wherever you told me. 11903. What's up, Anchorage Center? It's your boy.
Piper, November 77901, Papa, Anchorage Center, Roger, altimeter 2988.
See, they know me. 2988. That's very different than what I have. There we go. The flight's going pretty good, very uneventful. This leg is just following a Victor route. So, or Victor Airway. Not super exciting. Just flying up the coast. I'm being lazy and using the autopilot today. Yeah, I saw the... I'm on their website right now, and I saw the, DA-62, and it looks very nice. It's kind of a weird-looking airplane, but... Oh, that Pantera is weird looking too. So they did their own GTN. They don't make you use reality XPs, or that's what it is, right? I keep saying that, but yeah, it is. Okay, reality XP. Okay, cool. But it uses, not but, it uses the Navigraph data. Velocity V-twin looks cool. Yeah, I'm totally not paying attention to my plane, so it's like something could be going horribly wrong over here. I'm just like staring over at the Aerobask website. Ooh, that's a pretty plane. We are well past that. But not yet close to the thingamajig. That guy. It was 405, right? 404. Well, how did that get changed? Rude. No, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Swap. And oh, no, don't. What? Oh, okay. And... take care, Reese boy. Reese boy. I think I said Reese originally. My bad. Uh, 25 degrees is what we want. Awesome, man. Thanks. I'd appreciate that. Take care. $25, I think I said? Yeah, okay. So whenever we actually pick... Dude! Stepping all over me. Man, I completely just lost my train of thought. Oh, when we actually pick up this NDB, when we get alongside it, is when we'll turn. Yeah, so I'm liking the look of the 550 just because, like I said, I have a corporate jet-sized hole in my X-plane heart. And you're saying the E1000 is pretty great. Very reminiscent of a, I can't remember. Jeez. That's just the most amazing brain fart ever. Yes, thank you. That is exactly what I was trying to remember, but my brain was just like, nope. All I could think of was, and there's also a TBM something or other that kind of looks like that too. Has that same kind of low wing, long turboprop nose thing. Yeah, yeah. Milviz sneaky peekied a Turbo Otter, which would be awesome. I wish Milviz developed for X-Plane, but yeah, the twatter's pretty sweet. This is the DHC-3, but with a turbine instead of a radial engine, though. Let me see if I can pull up. Oh, and thanks for the follow, man. Just saw that. I am gonna blame you for being a little late on that, because you've got me over here looking at things on my browser instead of having Streamlabs open, so definitely your fault. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, I know that that's out. It's like they've literally shown one render, but, you know, I'm already super pumped for it. Like, just one picture. It's already like, yes! I need it now! Also, we need their King Air to come out. And I need them to update their C310R. So it'll stop crashing on me. As much as I love A2A, I gotta say, I think that C310 is my favorite GA plane. Just keeps crashing. And it has True Glass, and how can you not love True Glass? True Glass certainly looks way better than X-Plane's windshield rain effects. At least any of the ones that I've seen. Alright, let's pull back on that throttle a bit. Come on. Yeah, I bet it's pretty awesome with Pilot Edge. Have you... See, okay, this is gonna be the third time I've asked this. Are you mostly doing it in X-Plane nowadays? And I'm gonna forget and ask you again in 20 minutes, so... Yeah. I would too if it weren't for A2A and Milviz. But there's... I don't know if there's a good add-on for it or not. But have you ever flown to... I think it's L35? Yep, Big Bear. Oh, that looks fun. Wow. Wow. So if you want some turbulence, go fly around LA. Continuing until at least... Conditions continuing beyond 2311 Zulu. I was looking at, have you ever used Windy? This is a pretty cool little thing. This is in Ventu Sky. That it'll show you, like, right now, so you can set up to show rain accumulation. See where it's raining and stuff right now in the world. But yeah, so that would probably be why there's some pretty rough turbulence, as you've got some winds coming that way and that way. Woo. Anyways, get back to what I was trying to say originally before I got distracted by the Sigmet there. L35 is a pretty cool airport to fly into, and it's Turbulent Designs did a really awesome scenery for it in P3D. I love almost all of their airports. They're about to release... Wait, shit, did they release it? No, not yet. Wait, yes? Oh, they did. No, they didn't. Wow, that was just super roller coaster of emotions for me. But yeah, Turbulent Designs did a really fantastic scenery on it. I can't speak to its accuracy, only that it's very pretty in sim. But all of their all of their sceneries are fantastic. Like, them and Flightbeam are probably my two favorite scenery developers. Yeah. Yeah, the Dash 8's awesome. That's one plane that you can say is not hindered by Paired's shitty turboprop simulation, because they use their own. I have to say, until the recent issues, the Flight Sim Labs A320 was up there for me. even with as expensive as it was, I thought it was superbly modeled, and especially their sounds and their systems modeling were just are just so good. But yeah, no, not touching that with the 10-foot pole. Ah, yay! We have the NDB. Sort of. That's very interesting. Do you have the FS2 Crew add-on for it? For the Dash 8? Oh, and apparently they're working on a Q300 as well. Yeah, I 100% agree with you there. And it's just the one guy. Because when he was working for PMDG, he did some shady-ass shit with the MD-11. So it's very unfortunate that he has this extreme, weird personal vendetta, and he's willing to ruin his company and everything over it, because it's so obvious how much effort and how much love went into that product, just for it to be tarnished by that. It sucks, and I wish I could have kept it, but oh well. So if you like having real ATC, completely changing gears here, because that's a topic that'll just make me cry. I mean, not really, but it's really sad. That topic's just been beaten to death already, I think. But if you like having the real ATC and stuff, you'd probably really like FS2 Crew. Getting into doing like a proper multi-crew environment. And actually, since they have shared cockpit, don't they? I think they're one of them and TFDI are like the only two people that actually have a proper shared cockpit and prepared. And then once the Airbus comes out in 15 years from Aerosoft. But anyways, the FS2 Crew stuff, if you're not doing it with somebody else all the time, is pretty cool, I think. Yeah. And the immersive audio sound packs, I cannot recommend enough as well. Especially if you fly, like I've got their sound pack for the 737. Oh yeah, I love Percept effects. But immersive audio's sound packs, especially for the 737, are amazing. I love chase plane. That's what I was muttering about when I was moving my views around as I was setting up chase plane views for this plane. Oh, you know what else we could do? Like a GoPro? Nose GoPro. I love the community stuff on chase plane. The fact that you can... Let's see, what else can we do? Get the community presets and stuff is really awesome. If you kind of struggle to get cool looking views, which I do a lot of the time. I don't really like that. I can't really do anything back here. Oh, I love this! I forgot about this. This is so fun to play with. Woo! Just the fact that A2A modeled that is awesome. Look. Wait, it's not on. Why didn't you turn on? What? Oh, light switch. There we go. Okay. Well. Everything other than the fact that the light doesn't... No, this is the Comanche. There's not like really a cool central view I can find over here. It is very turbulent though. Oops. We'll go there. I'm especially bad at like trying to figure out how to do the transitions. Yeah, those are probably the three best ones. I love the 182 as well. But once I got the Comanche, I don't really fly the 182 anymore. I much prefer to be in the Comanche. I have not flown that. I do have their Constellation though. And that's pretty cool. Actually, I really like getting into both the Constellation and the DC-6 that PMDG did. Did we just lose... No, we're still going. Okay. Oh, wait, no, there it goes. Alright. Switchy, switchy. Oops. I meant to turn off the autopilot and I just shut off the avionics.
Piper 901 Papa, reset transponder, squawk 6075.
That just happened. ATC's like, bro, you okay?
Piper 901
Yeah, hang on. No, we're good. We're good. I got it. Oh, that was amazing. Wow. I can't even remember what my let's see, we're just gonna go to EX, add waypoint. EX, GCR, and PACV. No. Can we, crap. Go to that leg. There, we can see where we're supposed to be. That was amazing. Alright, and we'll just set it up for heading hold for now. Okay. I can pull the DC-6 out once we land if you want. Be more than happy to do that. It just seems like everybody flies big jets. I mean, I fly big jets, but I haven't actually flown any on stream or anything. Almost everybody that comes in and chats is like super pumped that I'm flying GA. So I'm like, okay, well, I love flying GA, so I'll keep flying GA. I mean, I'm part of a VA, so I fly plenty of tube liner stuff. Actually, I've been kind of struggling to find some time because I need to do some long haul flights. I can just set them up and do them overnight. It kind of sucks that in prepared we don't have a good A330 or A340. I mean, I guess we don't even have a good 767. I mean, we have the 757 now, which I think it'll be worth it once 1.1, once Captain Sim releases 1.1. Because 1.0 was pretty broke. You talking about the flight factor one? Yeah. You know, everybody seems to talk about flight factor like they're the PMDG of X-Plane, and I don't quite see it. I mean, their aircraft are good, but I put them more on par with, like, Captain Sim. I don't have their A320. That's just from flying their 757, 767. Don't get me wrong, I like Captain Sim, so that's not a dig at them in any way. Yeah, I prefer the Boeing FMC, and I prefer Boeing flows. I mean, the Airbus method of if there's a light, something's wrong is weird. Because I always think of lights as being like an indication that something's on. We're gonna just, since I decided to reset my avionics, we're just gonna cut this one a little short and not fly all the way up to that intersection like we were planning. Because now I've got my ADF is picking up the NDB, so we are good to head straight there. Nope, that's not enough fuel. I can pull this back. I will say I'm absolutely horrible at I was about to say remindering. At remembering to turn off the... So our airport should be like over here. Alright, man. Alright, let's go ahead and kill the AP. Start pulling it back a bit. And you know what? We'll call up and be like, yo, stop creeping.
Piper Niner 1 Papa, Anchorage Center, cancellation received. Squawk 1200, frequency change approved.
Nope. Nearest PACV, ASOS, swap.
Papa Alpha Charlie Victor, automated weather observation 2156 Zulu, wind 032 at 10, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky condition clear, temperature 6 Celsius, dew point -16 Celsius, altimeter 2989. Papa Alpha Charlie Victor, automated weather observation 2156 Zulu, wind 032 at 10, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky condition clear, temperature 6 Celsius, dew point -16 Celsius, altimeter 2989.
I'll do this one, I guess.
Alpha Charlie Victor, automated weather observation 2156 Zulu.
Find nearest PACV. That one, I guess. Swap. Welcome back. But that's the wrong frequency. I'm nowhere near Juneau. Whatever. 3-6. Say what? There's... No, I'll take... There's a 34? Okay, we're gonna have to fly over and see what the heck it's talking about. So I was under the impression that there's only 2 runways here. Do we have, like, a grass strip thing going on? Or is the ATC full of shit? Yeah, there's no runway 34. What? There's nothing there. That's not... No. We're doing... What is this? Like, 2... Yeah, we're doing 2-7. Because that actually exists. Okay, we'll need to do a... awkward... 45 here into the... pattern. So we'll be like, yo, what's your boy? Niner India Papa. About to roll up and do a flippy into the downwind. Ooh, we need to go throw in some mixture. I'm way too high. My turn coordinator does not like my turn. I accidentally bumped that. Alright. Yo, what's your boy? Nina India Papa. On a downwind. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and extend this downwind a ways so we can slow down. So I was going really fast. Oh yeah, dude, stationaries is awesome. Okay, that's good enough. Vox ATC. I don't think I've heard of that one. I tried Pilot 2 ATC a few weeks ago and was not a fan. So usually for IFR flights, I usually do either Pro ATC X or PF3. Yo, it's your boy, Nina India Papa, want a base leg? I don't know why I'm talking like that. Alright, and then we'll go final. Yeah, Pilot 2 ATC is voice, but... you know, if I'm doing that, I want to be able to call in, and, you know, once I've established who I am with ATC, I want to say, like, if they hand me off somewhere, I want to say, you know, Niner India Papa
500.
Off to 23-6. But it didn't like me doing that. Oh, that crosswind, though. We down? Oh, there we go. This is the awfulest approach. No, this is not the worst approach I've ever done, but it is pretty bad. Oh, I hate crosswind landings. I'm so bad at them. Oh, that was way too much rudder. Oh. Is that fucking geese? That was awful. Well, strictly speaking, that was a good landing. Because a good landing is any landing you can walk away from. Is it a good landing is any landing you can walk away from? And a great landing is any landing that you can fly the plane again? And thank you for the vote of confidence, Bloody. I appreciate that. Just kidding, you're a dick. I didn't turn my landing lights on. Pretend you didn't see that. They were totally on. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright. So my question is Vox ATC, like, really a stickler for... I mean, I understand from a programming perspective it would not be particularly easy to account for every single thing that somebody might say. So you just account for the most proper protocol, I suppose. But a FS2 crew, like, just looks for certain keywords. But you can cheat it and just say the keyword. But... okay. We will call that good. And avionics off, and pitot heat off, and battery off. Oh, parking brake didn't go though. Alright, so that was that in the little piperator. We're gonna call this guy. Now I need to remember to go in and progress, complete flight. Alright, so what say we go from here to Anchorage? How far is that? Here we go. Take this out. Go. Come on. PACV to PANC. That's 140 miles. That ain't bad. We can come out back to AX and then go to Johnson Point and then take V319. Of course it turns. Well, I wonder if that's where you, like... okay, whatever. To Anchorage, and then... no, get rid of PANC. PANC. There we go. Oh, you want me to take T269? But that's a GPS route. Whatever. Looks good to me. Alright, give me a second. I'm not going anywhere, I'm just Swapping planes. Really? This is appropriate. Okay. Now bear with me, because I gotta go so I don't get yelled at. Twitch, YouTube. Oh, it might. I should probably actually close out and reload the sim. So, just bear with me for a second. P3D. See, the thing is I don't want everybody to see my desktop. Because it's, like, really dirty. Horribly messy, see? I don't know. Alright, we do PACV to PANC. Around the world, like 13. Try not to spill my tea. For leg 13, we are hopping in the PMDG DC-6. Alright, that's YouTube updated. Now I gotta come over to Twitch and update that. And there, the title should update on Twitch shortly. Oh, that's cool. You can change the words that it's looking for. I'm assuming it's payware. Okay. Noises. Alright. We're loading in. While it loads, I will be right back. So, yeah, BRB. Oh my god, it's so loud. It doesn't seem very loud to you, but it's very loud to me. Thank you. Oh wait, hold up. Where was this? So I went down... Oh, and I went over there. But there's actually another apron over here. Okay. It's a trijet. Those gear are really long, and that looks like a... I don't know. A reverse giraffe? Anyways, so, okay, so I grabbed made it the Alaska Airlines. Ugh. How do I... Ooh, that's not what I want. I want that. Settings. Well, first of all... Yes. There, now we have the GTN up there. And they've got, like, all these old radios here. But we can be like... We can be like... Be gone! There we go. So what I want to know is... Okay. I guess they're not gonna let me... So Z is my... chase plane move down, but it's also the autopilot disconnect. Or the autopilot toggle. So that's... And in other PMDG planes, that's not a problem, because I can just go in the FMC and change it. But I don't know how to do that with this guy. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to live with that. Yeah, no, it's really pretty. Sorry, I'll put that on silent so it's not annoying. AP disconnects on silent. Okay. It's pretty sweet. I mean, you know, you can put chocks up and put the pitot covers on. You have oil pans that you set up under the engines. Oh, okay. Or the disconnect sound won't stay silent. And you can have like mechanic stands out here, which is kind of cool. They just look cool. That's kind of all they do. And then, you know, all the stuff opens up. Door opens up, and then the stairs are all like, "Sup? How you doing?" I don't think they have a hostess, though, no. The Connie has a hostess, which is kind of cool. Cargo bays, cowl flaps, and then, you know, VIP entrance. And by VIP, I mean crew. I don't know why I'm doing a full walk around here, but there it is. Okay, and now we can close that. Yeah, those are geese. Are we gonna, like, die on takeoff because of them? That would be horrible. I love those little details that PMDG adds to their... Or PMDG. Orbex. Because this is an Orbex region. Cool. So, I definitely don't know the right flows for getting everything going in this, because I usually just use the flight engineer. Because this is not a single crew aircraft. I mean, like, neither is 737, but this is really not a single crew aircraft. So, yeah. Parking brake is set. Throttles are back, and everything's cut off. We'll go ahead. Oh, wait, no, everything's not cut off. And then we'll go ahead and have him be all like, yo, run your before start. He is kind of loud for some reason. So he switches everything. I don't know why he just switched all the magnetos off. I have to switch those on.
Voice recorder. Tasted. Flight kit and ship's papers. On board. Fuel and fluids. Checked.
TOS. System test OK.
Pressurization. Radios. Checked. Doors and hatches.
Raw PANC. Go to EX. Doors and hatches, my man. Thank you.
Door warning lights. Out. Gear pins. Removed. 3 on board. Seat belts and pedals. Adjusted.
Load airway.
Throttles.
P319 to
Set to idle.
GOH.
Propellers.
Load.
Forward and 3.
Load airway to T269 to
Before start checks complete. Start engines.
TED. And then PANC. PANC. Alright, there we go. Okay. So they do everything and run through the checklist, which is nice for newbie doobies like me who have not read all the starting procedures, and I don't really want to spend an hour prepping the plane. So he was nice enough to go ahead and pull engine 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 mixture. He swapped up engine 3 to start. Okay. So all we have to do is pull the starter. So we'll do the fuel pump, the starter,
3,
prime the engine,
6, 9,
and get the boost pump on.
12.
So he only preps engine 3, I think, to start. So then you've got to do the rest of them. I don't know what the proper start sequence is. I don't know if it really matters, but we'll just do 4 next. Swap that to 4, swap those to both. Turn off the 3 pump, turn on the 4 pump. Start.
3,
Prime.
6, 9,
Boost.
12.
I screwed that up apparently. Four starter, 4 there, 4 pump. We've got full rich on that mixture. Let's try it again. Start.
3,
Prime.
6, 9,
Boost.
12.
There we go. Stayed up that time. It'll stop smoking as soon as the prime goes out, which it did. Alrighty, let's do engine 2. Okay. Oh. Probably help if I had the magnetos on. There's a little bit of a bug which is obnoxious. Where so these automatically turn off. I don't know if it's the flight engineer that turns them off for you. Or if it's on a timer or what. But if you start flipping them manually, they'll still like flip on their own later, and it's really annoying. Alright, start.
3,
Prime.
6, 9,
Boost.
12.
There it goes. Nice, nice. Let's go ahead and go wonderful rich. Both magnetos. Start one. Let's stop the boost pump. Start the boost pump. I'll go ahead and start.
3,
Prime.
6, 9,
Boost.
12.
And then there we go. We can go ahead and cut that out. Go ahead and get those on, get those on. Instrument, okay. Lights are up here? No, right there. Floodlight. On, position lights. Those should probably be on steady. Beacons on. Okay. And these circuit breakers are modeled. Floodlight. There we go. So we've got everything on. Turn that down just a bit, so it's not so horribly loud. So now we tell our engineer run the after start flows.
Off and off. Battery switch. Plane benching. Generators and inverters. Checked and on. Emergency lights. Armed. Ground power. Removed. After start checks complete.
Sweet. Then we do. We could have GSX push us back or whatever, but we'll just. How much room do we have? Probably not enough. No. Okay, we'll push back a little bit. Sorry, hang on, my joystick's not wanting to... Oh no, that's working. I just don't have... Oh, no idea, okay. Sounds pretty good too. We sound way better than that King Air. Deep throaty radial compared to his whiny little turboprop. Go ahead and have him do before takeoff.
Pumps. Boost pumps on low. Fuel selector and crossfeed. Main tanks and crossfeed off.
Do
Autopilot
do do
control
do.
off and cold. Hydraulic system. Down, forward, pressure and quantity checked. Okay. Flaps 20. Flaps set 20. Windows and turbine. Closed and on. Controls. Gas block released. Free. Pitot heater. On. Mixture and cowl flaps. Reach and locked. Set. Transponder. On. Landing lights.
Number 91306.
Extended and on. Before takeoff checks complete.
Okay. Never mind. Did that guy take off? Yes. Okay, so that means it's our turn. The only problem I have with this plane is it's hard to stay in the cockpit. Everything like jiggles and vibrates. Alrighty. Mr. Flight Engineer, why don't you go ahead and prep us for a dry takeoff?
30 inches stabilize.
I should have waited a second to do that, but that's okay.
30 inches stabilized. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps set.
I derpied that one up.
Full power, please. Going full power.
Why is that King Air getting on the runway?
Full power set.
There's 100 knots. There's liftoff. Like we've avoided the King Air barely.
Gear selected up.
Oh, I just love the sound of this plane.
Gear up, lights out.
Alright, let's start our turn, get turned around here.
Flaps up. Flaps going up. Meter power. Setting meter power 48 inches, 2600 RPM. Meter power set. Climb power. Setting climb power. Climb power set. Have to take off checklist, please. After takeoff checks complete.
And then I think he's done until we get to cruise. Once we're in cruise, he'll be done until we need to land. But the only bummer thing about him is he literally controls like everything. So even I don't get to control my throttle or anything. The only thing I do is use the yoke. On the one hand, you don't have to remember all the flows and everything, but on the other hand, it takes out a lot of the work. Not the work, but the... I don't know. I went way too far to the right, so we've got to come back this way ways. The other thing is that I have literally zero idea So we'll see if this... I don't think it's going to. Slaving... Nope, no idea how. Because if that were... what are you? Marker beacon stuff. Yes, the gyro pilot's on. But I don't remember how to... get it to follow the GPS. I'm 90% sure you can. I should remember how to do it. Well, actually, why don't we just go ahead and grab... Let's see, this guy's 1167. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, dogs are going a bit crazy. Trying to see what they were freaking out about. Alright, 116.7. Little dial to there, swap it over. And then we should... we want... $275. Right. Which is a pretty big bummer. I'm derping around trying to remember how to... Okay. How do I... No, that's not how I do that. See, it says com frequency push for nav. But I can't actually do anything with that, which is a little bit obnoxious. There we go. Middle click. 1167. There we go. how do I want to do automatic approach. I just want you to follow the gyro. Yeah, so you can't control the throttles, which is something you're kind of supposed to be doing as pilot flying. So I wish there was something more in the middle. Like, I wish their flight engineer did the flight engineer tasks. I assume that on the DC-6 that it's the pilot flying that took care of the throttles and everything, but maybe not. Okay, we're gonna need to get 113.15 tuned up. 113. Wait, what? Oh, because we're on comm. Cancel. There we go. 11315. Yeah, I'm not sure either, to be totally honest. I mean, I know, like, later in the jets, even when they had flight engineers, they were pilot had control of the throttles, but then it wasn't throttles and mixture and propeller pitch and everything. Yeah. And I mean, for one engine, that's pretty manageable on for a single pilot. For two engines, that's pretty manageable for a single pilot. When you start getting to 4 engines... Hey, Frozo. When you start getting to 4 engines, that's a lot of instruments to be scanning while you're watching where the heck the aircraft is going. Dear plane, what the fuck are you doing? Yep. That as well. As you can see, I'm just doing a fantastic job navigating. We got pretty far off course there. It's a peculiar tendency to not want to kind of follow the trim. I don't know if that's a PMDG thing, or if it's a DC-6 thing, or what. But we should hit Joe here in just a second. Lucky for him, I think we're gonna just barely miss slamming into him. But we'll go ahead and try to middle click on the stupid GPS. I'm just gonna pull it up. Okay, I basically have no idea what I'm doing here. That's okay. I'll go ahead and get turned. Heading the right way. Oh, you know what I should probably do? Hey, engineer.
Set cruise power, please. Setting cruise power. Cruise power is set.
Cool. Thanks, bro. Did he just close the cowl flaps? Yeah.
Cruise checks are complete.
P3D's like slip stall behavior is so weird. Oh, it's still saying we're on Joe. Let's skip Joe and activate that leg. There we go. Now you turn all the way back west, and even though we just turned north. Kinda glad I didn't update Project Fly for this flight, because it's gonna be all over the place. There we go. Let's see if we can actually get it to trim. Nope. It's like I barely touch the trim and it just flings it from one side to the other. Like, okay, you're just going super vertical right now. Let's see how much it gives us on the vertical speed. Oh, did I find it? I can turn a little bit. I turned too much before. $73, $74, $75, $76. There we go. It is just like a really... It's a very pretty plane. I love DC-6s. Alright. Don't know how much we've got. We hit... Okay, so about 80 more miles. But we are screaming along at... How fast? 250 knots? That's not bad. Not bad at all. I figured it was appropriate since we're flying in Alaska right now. It's actually just one of the ones from PMDG's livery manager thing. I'm just gonna fight with the trim for the next 90 miles. It's all my life is right now. Is that the PMDG DC-6, the famed... Oh, it didn't sell very well, so we're just never gonna make anything for X-Plane ever again. DC-6? It's a bit challenging to fly. It's like I said, I'm sitting here fighting with the trim. If I can't remember how to autopilot, so... if I could get it to trim out, that'd be a lot better. And it suffers from default prepared flight model woes. Like the stupid slip stall stuff. So when you go to turn, the aerodynamics engine tells you that you're going through the air so fast that your nose won't fall through into your turn, which is not how physics. Yeah, I don't imagine that it's super sold very well for prepared either. I don't know why they didn't... Were they intimidated by Zybo or Zebo? I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it. So they didn't want to release the NG or something? Like, I don't know. How do you feel like it handles in X-Plane, Jib Jab? How would you say that the sounds compare? Because I feel like X-Plane could probably do a better job of that, and I bet X-Plane's flight model is just a million times better for it as well. Okay, so if I don't use any rudder when I make a turn, it'll do this really obnoxious thing. You can see on the turn coordinator we're fucking up. But okay, so there, it just stops. And then it kind of goes a little bit. Let's get a little bit steeper on it. There, and it just falls all of a sudden, and then it stops. Let's go in there. And then it falls. It's like, what? And it stops. And then it falls. And it stops. That's not doing it. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's super obnoxious. And, okay, so even if I just apply a little bit of rudder, it instantly breaks that behavior, which is just weird. But there's a lot of planes that have that, I have that in the Milviz Otter. I get that in the Aerosoft CRJ, which makes the CRJ basically impossible to fly by hand. It makes the Otter a little bit of a nightmare, although it's a little bit easier. But it's like, I think because the CRJ gets going, you get going pretty fast. It's pretty significant. And I assume what it is the aerodynamics engine basically telling the plane that it's almost in a stall, because you don't have any rudder in. So it's calculating the air holding the plane up. Which is, again, not how physics. It flies okay if you make sure to get the right rudder input. I don't have pedals, so I'm just using my twist stick. Just having to keep an eye, swap back and forth between my turn coordinator and the GPS. So I assume it does not have, I don't know what to call that. I've been calling it like slip stall characteristic. That's kind of sort of what it is, or what makes sense to me what it is, what to call it, how to do. So, but I would assume that the X-Plane does not have that. But it's not just in this plane, like I said, it's a prepared thing. And I've tried to, like, Google the problem, and it doesn't... How do words? It doesn't seem like anybody else has the problem, so I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but does I assume the X-Plane version has the flight engineer, the automatic flight engineer thing as well? That was a Northwest mate. It sounded like a statement, but I meant it as a question. I probably should put in the effort to learn the flows and everything. Just because it would be, I wish there was somewhere in the middle on the flight engineer. Like where they'd maybe control the cowl flaps and the mixture. Well, no, because the mixture's automatic. With the prop RPM, it'd be nice if they would control like the prop RPM. But just let me use the throttle. Basically what I want is an FS2 crew for this thing. Because the flight engineer does too much for me. Doing this better in here than it is in X-Plane? I apologize that you just had to hear that sniffle. The red is a nice glow. It'd be cool if they came back and updated this for, with their Rainmaker thing that they're doing. I feel like if PMDG were to port their 744 and 777 to X-Plane, it would sell like... it would sell better than hotcakes. Because Flight Factor's lagging on their 777, getting it properly updated. And there's just not a 744 for X-Plane? The IXEG 737 has a really cool cockpit lighting thing for their main panel lighting, where as you're turning it up, it just has like some regular incandescent lights that turn on, but at some point you hit a certain point and it flips on like a big like fluorescent flood lamp underneath the glare shield. And it like has the fluorescent flicker, and it looks really cool when it turns on. I've never seen anything as well done as that in Prepared. Although True Light is pretty sweet, and Even the FS Labs Spotlight was okay, but like I'm ever touching any of their software ever again. How we doing? We've got... Oh, we're that close. 8 minutes. It depends on the plane, Rozo. Hey, Jib Jab, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that, man. So Frozo, if you have a plane that you can load up, like you can save a flight and then load up, it will accumulate because you're doing the same flight, but if you start a new flight with it, it'll reset for most planes. But some planes have like a persistence module thing, like A2A's planes will accumulate flight hours no matter how many flights, like it's tracked separately from each individual flight. Flight 1's King Air does that. PMDG, all the PMDG aircraft do accumulate flight hours on the engines. Well, at least the jets do. Oh, this does too. Because we can go and look at our maintenance stuff. No, not that. That? Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it tracks engine hours here. Oh, it even tracks propeller hours. It'll track like how much oil we burn, anti-ice fluid, everything. Even separately tracks the airframe hours. And A2A does that as well, but I think somebody else, please correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're kind of the only people that do that. Which I think is really disappointing. I love that about, you know, especially with A2A stuff where it is the GA stuff, so you know, you need to keep track of every 50 hours you fly and change the oil, or you're gonna start having problems. You know, in the jets, when you're talking like a few hundred hours between services, and you're the only one flying it, I reinstall my flight simulator before I've ever accumulated enough hours to cause a problem on a PMDG jet. Although at one point I started getting kind of low on hydraulic fluid. And I'd love to try out Flight 1's King Air, but my new motto is, you know, I want True Glass. Sick of not being immersed in my cockpits, damn it. I like how we're getting closer and closer to Anchorage, and my frame rate is just, like, consistently lowering. It's awesome. Frozo, I don't recall. Do you have any of A2A's planes? Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. In my VA, we actually, a bunch of guys do, DC-3, and we actually have a historical division, and they get together and do group flights. But, thanks for the follow, and take care. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Okay, which one is PANC? That one. That one's PANC. Oh, down to 16 frames. See, I gotta get my chat bot in here so we can all vote or bet on what the lowest frame rate will be when we fly into a city. Alright, Mr. Flight Engineer.
26 inches, please. Setting 26 inches. Set. Descent checklist, please. Altimeters and flight instruments cross-checked. Seatbelt signs on. On.
Active sky. Conditions. Winds are 134 at 4. So we'll want to do runway... Did I say 134? We'll want to do runway 15. So we'll do that one.
Cooling turbine. Normal.
Hey, look, another plane.
Fuel booster pumps. On low. Fuel tank selectors. Mains on, crossfeed off. Hydraulic bypass valve. Down. No smoking signs. On. In-range checks complete. Flaps 20. Setting flaps 20.
Oh, that's bad. No, we don't want... There we go. Now I have throttle control. I'm pretty sure that was way over speed for those flaps.
Set.
Ooh, look at that crosswind.
Ridge, please. Auto ridge. Mixture set. Gear up and down, please. Gear up and down. Gear down and locked, 3 reads. Props. 2400 RPM.
Oh yeah, look at that propeller drag.
plus 3 degrees. Cal flap set. ADI. ADI off.
That is some intense crosswind right here.
Speed good, extending lights. Lights extended and on. Carbine. Carbine cold, set cold. Before landing checks complete.
Alright, 3,000. Runways at 150 feet. And the runway is supposed to have a grade of 0.5% down. That's awesome. So we'll come down to like 1,500 feet and then make our turn. Here we go. Somewhere. I will say the trim in this makes no sense. Okay, I think I see it. I have no idea if there's AI on that runway or not. But here we go. It's my runway now. Best get off. There we go.
500.
Looking pretty good. That's way low though.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. No, I got this. We got this. See? No faith. Didn't even feel that landing. That's how good that was. See, now I'm wishing I had I keep forgetting to set my chase plane to experimental to get replays. Is that a... Yeah, Cathay Pacific. Suppose I should tell him to do the afterlining checklist.
After landing checks complete.
Let's actually get some GSX up in here. Let's go north parking. It's all cargo. We don't want cargo. No. Next page. North parking. Parking. Fine. We'll go to cargo. Yes. Because I have literally no idea where that is. Let's probably get off the runway so these people can take off, huh? A minute and 37 seconds for the follow me car to get here. That's gonna be a while. I love how this little beacon actually looks like it's... Oh, it is actually spinning. That's pretty cool. Yep. I use Sky Vector for doing my VFR stuff. Nope. For my IFR flights, I have PFPX. I either use that or SimBrief. Tail view. You want me to go over there? I'm excited to see what GSX is planning on doing. Are we going left? No. Is going to show off at Flight Sim Expo this year. They're supposed to be working on a massive update for it. I don't know if I'll be flying too much more. What time is it? It depends on if me and my stream buddy decide to stream something else. If we don't, I might come back and fly. But I'll definitely say something on Twitter if I do. But I'm not sure, to be honest. But I hope that new scenery is awesome. Did you end up going with the some blue sky stuff or something else? Right on. Well, hopefully it meets all of your expectations. Parking.
Parking brake is set.
See you, Frozzo. Have fun in your flight. Oh, you parked a bit too far. Like I could really see him from the cockpit anyways. Can we... Wheel chocks? And main cabin exit, and front cabin exit, and main cabin stairs. And front cabin stairs. Nice.
Parking checks complete. A-plane secured.
Sweet. This is a pretty awesome plane. I do rather like it. Does that like go into the... That is a hell of a pitot cover. Okay. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and end our day here in Alaska. Probably won't do too much more DC-6 or anything else on this tour. Or on this... Yeah. I don't know, maybe we'll see once we get to, towards Asia and stuff, but... Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed, and thanks for coming and hanging out, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Take care.